Hey, everybody. I'm Katie,
I'm Becky, and this is Live, Laugh, Lorcana.
and it's Lorcana release weekend.
Woo!
Listen, I'm probably a little distracted because right now, Josh, my husband, is sitting downstairs with like boxes of unopened Lorcana product, and I just like don't trust him to not open it without me.
I'm so jealous, Katie. Did you buy anything for me?
What do you want?
Literally anything. Give me a crumb.
You wanted the gift set?
I don't care. I'll take anything. I will buy it from you.
Yeah, you can buy the gift set. I don't even want the gift set.
I just thought it was neat. Aren't you going to an event Sunday, tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm going Sunday.
If you can buy stuff there, buy me something. Jesus.
Okay. There were a lot of people there last night that would have bought product for you.
I didn't feel comfortable asking somebody to do that.
Oh,
I had to leave the event early, so I didn't get to shop. Maybe we should have started with that.
let's start talking about. We went to a Lorcana event last night.
Yes. It was very cool. There's probably like 40 people there.
Mm-hmm. 40, yeah.
Yeah. And so when we got there, they were gonna do like everybody got to get a starter deck and a booster pack, and they had it set up so 3 rounds of play, and then they told us that afterwards we would have the opportunity to buy merchandise, which they didn't tell us about ahead of time. So that was super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
I was so hyped. And then I had to leave the event after the second round to go home to my children. And I didn't get to get the things.
Yes.
And I was devastated. And my beautiful sister Katie cleaned house.
I did not clean house. Okay, so we're skipping ahead. I'm gonna rewind back into your explanation to dig into a lot of the things you just said. Because, like, first off, we get there and the store owner is wearing Mickey gloves. Like, the theming was so good.
It was.
Yeah, and like we even we got a starter deck, but we chose which starter deck we were going to get. We drew a ball out of what was it? The volcano from
Fantasia.
yeah. Yeah, such good theming. I mean,
That's a deep cut. I'm pretty sure they reused that volcano from something else, but I appreciated.
so we randomly got a starter deck. And I really wanted Ruby Emerald, and I thought it would be really, really hard for me to get product. So I traded for the Ruby Emerald I wanted, but I didn't realize how much product I would come away with.
Yes. The only deck I had played with was Amber Amethyst with the proxy decks we were playing with. So I felt pretty comfortable with that one. So I really wanted it. I ended up getting a Ruby Emerald deck, and I traded for an Amber Amethyst. I don't know if that was allowed. Was it allowed? But we did it.
Well, it's like if we're in this hypothetical world where like we're not going to get other product, you really want the deck that you want. And like let's be honest, not everyone in that room was going to play Lorcana again, and we are definitely going to play Lorcana again, so
That's fair. That's fair.
but yeah, we got time to enhance our starter deck with our booster pack. We were only allowed to use 3 inks total, which is a lot different than what I read online at Gen Con. What third ink did you choose?
I believe I just grabbed some reds out of the booster pack I got and just tossed them in there because that was what I had the most of in the
Mhm.
booster.
I put a pop of steel in my Ruby Emerald deck.
Did you get things that you like were like, yeah, this will enhance my deck?
I got a smash, which is like a removal spell that does 3 damage, basically. So, I think I've got 2 steel cards I put in my deck. I opened like 5 ruby in my pack, and so I was on Ruby Emerald. So,
Oh yeah, you didn't have to work too hard there.
and then we watched a video on how to play. Which did you hear that video? Because I did not hear it.
No, it was way too loud. I couldn't hear. But that was fine because I kind of already knew how to play, and we were surrounded by people who Katie was already acquainted with, and so we got to like be able to, explain some stuff to them. if anyone needed a little extra support there.
Hmm. Yeah, about like 8 of the people there, I want to say, are people I knew from Flesh and Blood. So
Yeah, that was neat.
they didn't know how to play. There were a ton of people there who didn't know how to play.
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. And like, I don't blame them because well, I played 2 games the week before, but I like, there's a lot of nuance that I just went over my head when I was playing the first time. And starting again, I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, you're asking about like songs and stuff before we jumped
I
into
like
our game.
forgot how they worked. I was like, I don't remember this part.
Yeah.
But I also learned a lot more about how to play the game playing last night. I didn't realize items were not a one-time use.
Yeah, they stay on the board.
I kept discarding them and they're like, wait a minute.
Someone stopped you. That's good.
Yeah. Like, oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah. That would definitely be my advice if you want to be like a community, like big community person for Lorcana is to learn to play before you learn to play event. Because yeah, a lot of people needed help. We heard like some crazy stories of things people were doing in games or being told they should do in games. Most of them are from John, but I think the one game they were drawing up to 7 after every single turn. They were both drawing up.
Oh, geez.
Yeah.
That's funny.
And then he had a game where he was like tapping his ink every time he quested with a character. He would pay the ink cost to quest.
Oh, geez. That's funny.
And then in one game, someone told him he couldn't have two of the same characters out at a time, which you can.
Yeah, I thought you could. That's funny. The table next to mine, when they started, they're like, I don't understand how the mulligan works. And the other guy's like, I don't understand it either. It's like, let's just skip it. I thought that was funny.
I feel
Yeah.
like that was common. Everyone just like didn't know what to do, so they skipped it.
Yeah. But how did you do, Katie, in your games?
My games were all very fun. I won the first 2 and lost the third, which gave me a 7th place finish. I don't really know how they broke ties, because like a bunch of us were 2-1. I heard it was like strength of schedule, like who you beat, like how good they did. But yeah, it was just really fun to play. How did your games go?
I lost both of my games because I only got to play 2. Um, the first one, thinking back, like after I finished the game and was playing the second game, I was thinking like I could have won that game if I had done some stuff different. If I had made some different choices and felt more confident, like I probably could have won because it came down to 19-20. And then the second game though, I got annihilated. But I didn't even care. Like he was doing some cool stuff and I was just like I looked delighted the whole time. He probably thought I was crazy. I'm just like, wow. And then he pulls something out. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so great. Like, wow. And I had the thought like I should concede because the score was not good. And I like could not keep up with what he was doing. But I was like, no, I'm gonna let him like play this out. We'll all enjoy it, you know?
That's so good. I mean, that's like such a good attitude that you didn't get frustrated. You're just like, oh, this is really cool. I wonder how I can do that. Because he was on the same deck as you, right?
He was. And I was like, I think we have different decks, but we shouldn't. But it was fun. It was good.
The rounds were long. They were 50 minutes. I think that's why you couldn't stay for all of them.
Yeah, that was insane. Because, I mean, the game generally, I feel like probably a game of play doesn't take much longer than 20.
Mm-mm. And we were playing best of 1. This wasn't even best of 3. And the first one was like 50 minutes. And actually, that felt like almost right because it seemed like so many people didn't know how to play. Like the first game was taking some people 40 minutes, genuinely.
Right.
But then the second round, also 50 minutes, best of 1. And actually, I asked about it. I overheard someone ask about it. I was too cowardly to ask myself. And they said it was because the rounds were 50 minutes at Gen Con, but Gen Con, they played a best of 3.
Oh, wow. I think we definitely would have struggled to get 3 games in 50 minutes.
100%.
Yeah.
Like if you go into that event like not knowing the rules, like a best of 3 in 50 minutes would be stressful.
Oh, for sure. No, I wouldn't have finished, I don't think. Yeah, my first game, well, I was asking a lot of questions because I don't know. People were very nice about it, and I just kept interrupting. But I feel like I learned more and I'm more comfortable now. And now I have physical cards, so I'm gonna play more, get more comfortable.
Yeah, that's awesome. We did get a pack every round that we played. So you got 2 extra packs?
I did.
3 packs total.
I got 3 packs and I got some juicy stuff. Let me tell you.
You really did.
I got 2 legendaries and a super rare foil. So
2 legendaries and 3 packs. That's some beginner luck right there.
I love it. I felt good about that for sure.
Yeah, and then top 8 got an extra 2 packs each, and then the first place person got a playmat of their choosing.
Oh, cute. Did you get a playmat? Did you purchase one?
I purchased one, yeah. Because after all the events were, oh yeah, you weren't there for this. This is going to be new information to you. Um, they drew the raffle tickets and let us line up. And we got to go through the line and people picked what they wanted. And you could pick one of the Illumineers Trove, the gift set, or 3 packs. And you could choose one of a playmat, a deck box, or a binder. So I got an Illumineers Trove and the Mickey playmat, which I love the Mickey playmat so much.
What is an Illumineers Trove?
Oh, good question. I printed that out because I thought you would ask. Oh, and they were selling everything at MSRP, which is amazing.
Yeah, I talked to the owner and he was talking about how like adamant he was that they were going to sell MSRP. And I was like, you go. Woo.
I love that. We got to support this store going forward.
Yeah.
The Illumineers Trove has a storage box, 2 deck boxes, 8 booster packs, 15 game tokens, and a player guide for $50. The 8 booster packs, booster packs are $6 a pack, so that alone is like $48 for like the price of it.
And then you get the other stuff?
Mm-hmm. And then the gift set, do you know what's in that?
No, I don't.
It is 2 oversized foil cards, then 2 playable foil cards of the Mulan and the Hades, then 4 booster packs and 34 game tokens for $30. That's not a lot.
No, I just like the idea of a gift set. I kept saying I wanted the gift set because I didn't know the existence of the Illumineers Trove. Are tokens just damage counters?
I assume so. I should really do like box openings of the stuff we have.
Can we do it together like a mukbang?
Yeah.
Can I come over and we tear into it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Content. We're creating content. It's like we know our jobs. Also, if you wanted to know prices, playmats are $20, which is pretty reasonable. That's like the most reasonable of all of these prices. Deck boxes are $7 and binders are $20.
I want all of the things. I was looking just on the internet last night because I don't have a deck box or anything. I didn't have sleeves, but Katie brought me sleeves. I don't have anything. And so I was looking online, but I was like, no, not online. We're going to go to our local game store, Katie, and we're going to purchase things there.
I'm so proud of you. Yay,
you.
Way to go.
And I don't buy anything not online. I hate leaving my house.
I also hate leaving my house. But here's the thing. Yes, you can buy product at Target in like 2 weeks, but like Target is not going to host events for you to go play at. They're not going to teach people in the community how to play, and they're not going to like sell singles so you can build up your deck. So like, I'm not going to be giving like any of those retail stores like money for this game.
Totally fair.
I'm glad it's like there because I think that's how like parents and kids will see the game for the first time.
Definitely, definitely. Seeing it in those types of stores.
But yeah, you were allowed to pick those things, and most of it, like most people got what they want. They ran out of like Illumineers Trove, like kind of towards the end, and then they ran out of gift sets. But it was pretty close to the end. And then they let people like who were still there when everyone got through the line, like go back and get some more things. Your
Yeah.
face.
I can't. Why?
But they didn't have like a ton left at that point. They had a lot of binders and deck boxes because people weren't really picking those up. So Josh got the Stitch binder, and then they let him buy 9 packs.
The heck, Katie?
Becky, this was your first time at a local game store playing an event. How was it?
It was great. I got there late. No, I got there at 6 o'clock. The event started at 6 o'clock and it had already started. And I was like, excuse me. So I know for next time. And then everyone was super nice. I really liked talking to people. I am a stay-at-home mom, and so the only person I talk to is my husband. And so when I am out with other people, I become like a golden retriever and I just like talk to everybody and I can't stop talking and I know I'm being like annoying, but I can't stop.
I don't think you were being annoying at all.
Okay, well, when I got home, I just like my mind just reeled through everything I said, and I was like, wow, I'm so awkward.
Oh my gosh, no, you're not. Though we did meet the guy who was like running, who's going to be running the Lorcana League at that store. And you were just like, oh my God, your skin is amazing. And I was like, oh, that's kind of like a surprising thing to say to a guy. And he was just like loving it. He's like, I don't get a lot of compliments as a man.
He looked airbrushed. Did you not notice? The first
I
thing, as soon as I
didn't.
saw him, I did a double take because he looked airbrushed. His skin was gorgeous. It was, and I'm like, what's your skincare? And he's like, nothing. And like, I should probably moisturize. I'm like, don't even bother. It would be unfair if you did. Yeah, I'm not really good at compliments either. I give weird ones like, I like your skin.
At least you can give a sincere compliment. I have like resting sarcasm voice. So like every
You
time
do. Oh my
I know,
gosh, you do.
I know. And I think I'm being like, oh my God, I love your dress so much. And it's like, oh my God, love your dress. Like that's how it comes out.
Wow, you look so good. But I talked to people. Everyone was nice. We talked about, how we ended up at that Lorcana store together, basically. And so the first person that I played with is from Magic. And he's out, he's actually who you played second.
Mhm.
And he's out of Magic because it got pretty expensive to play.
That is well known about magic. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that these days is pretty pricey. So he was trying out Lorcana, which I thought was cool. And then the second guy I played is a flesh and blood boy,
Which one?
Philip.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's a
Yeah.
level two. He's a level two judge for Flesh and Blood.
Oh, is he? He's the one who pooped on me. I would frequently stop him and be like, I'm just wondering if I did this and then this, like, is that something I could do? I don't know. And he was very nice about it. But he
Yeah.
seemed to know like so much about what he was doing in the game, which I like the first person I played didn't really necessarily have that. So I was like, let me milk some knowledge out of you, Philip, while you're here.
So like now you're not surprised hearing he's a judge, probably.
Well, I knew he was serious business. This might sound silly, but like when you're playing the game, just you can tell who's comfortable playing cards, like who's comfortable moving cards around and like the way they play them and the turning. Like it's all very smooth and like and draw one and a little flourish. So you can just tell.
How much they mess with their cards when they're like sitting there idly, I feel like is also a huge tell. They're just like shuffle, shuffle, shuffle.
Also, I'm really bad at shuffling. I've always been bad at shuffling, but when your cards are in sleeves, you have to shuffle them differently than you would regular playing cards. Didn't occur to me. I started shuffling like top down, and Josh yelled at me. He's like, "What are you doing?" It's like, "Sorry." And you can't riffle them. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's called riffling. I think it's called a riffle.
Riffle shuffle, I've heard of that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's something like that. So yeah, now I know how to shuffle cards. I'm still not good at it. Also, when they're in the sleeves, they're rather slippery. Just saying.
Yeah, fresh sleeves. Once you use them a while, they'll get easier. But like a 60 card sleeve deck, that is a beefy deck. Like that is not easy to hold in your hands.
Definitely not. But I could do it. But so my first event was good. I was nervous. I'm still nervous after the fact, but it was good.
Did you feel like on edge while you were actually there?
Yes. It was very loud, Katie.
Oh, so loud.
It was loud, close quarters. There's a lot of people. And I think it would be so much different like if I knew people and well, you were so nice and like let me hang out with your little group. But if I didn't know anybody, I probably would have been pretty intimidated, even though there were like 12-year-olds there and they were just like living it up. And I was just like, wow.
That actually is such a big event that I feel like it wouldn't be that intimidating to go to because I like sometimes when you go to an event there's like a click feeling when you get there. But because this is like a brand new TCG, it was like so many people.
Yeah.
And everyone was nice to you.
Yes.
And you didn't beat anyone. Honestly, I feel like I don't want to say this because I don't want to scare anyone, but like, I feel like the only time like I ever even started to feel like a little something from my opponent, with other games is when I would beat them, because not everybody likes to lose, and really not everyone likes to lose to a girl in trading card games.
I figured out a solution to that.
Hit me, lose.
Just don't win.
Yeah,
Ever think of that, Katie? That's my strategy.
you're a thinker. You're good. You're really good.
Yeah.
I like can't not try when I play trading card games. Like I don't care about winning. Like genuinely, if I lose, I'm like, this was really interesting. Oh, that was such a cool interaction, like you were talking about. But I can't not try. That's why it's like I actually want to put together like a really bad deck. So like if I'm playing like a new person or like a child or something, I like have a deck that I can try on. It's just bad, so they like still get a good game.
It's still even. That's funny. I didn't try over much last night just because I was still trying to get comfortable with stuff. But yeah, I can definitely put strategy in. But like at the end of the day, I truly don't care if I win or not. But maybe that'll change as I get more comfortable.
Now that you have two decks, you and your husband have decks, do you think you guys will play at all?
Yeah, for sure.
Will you be competitive with Cody?
Probably not.
Interesting. That's the only time I'm competitive.
Against Josh. Cody, my husband, is truly the least competitive person I've ever met. He does not care. He is just here to have a good time. Not a competitive bone in his body. That's why we have a lot of trouble playing co-op games because he's just like, I'm like, what are you doing? Get up on this ledge. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like Overcook. He won't play Overcook with me.
Because you berate him?
Yeah. It's like, this isn't fun for me anymore, Becky.
Hilarious.
Can you do? So yeah, I think it would be fun to play, and I also would like to try doing the 1v1v1v1.
I want to try that so bad. Like I think that's gonna be really fun.
So Katie, we were super lucky yesterday, and the store we attended was selling everything at MSRP. But I discovered that is not. I don't know if it's the norm, but some are definitely jacking up the prices quite a bit.
Yeah, that's definitely true because there is not a lot of product right now. A lot of the stores, local game stores are the only one who got product. They put in their order months ago. Some of them asked for thousands of boxes. Some of them only got 1% of what they ordered. There's not much product out there. So when the local game store gets like their 8 boxes or whatever, much less than they ordered, what do they do with that product? And yeah, the answer for some of them is to charge more because there's less available market price.
Market price, like they just got a lobster out of the ocean.
Perfect analogy. It's like when they say market price on the menu, you're like, if you have to ask, you can't afford it.
Same with the Lorcana. That's funny. Are they doing like crazy markups though, or just like light markups, or is it kind of a range?
It's a mixed bag. I mean, some places are selling at MSRP, obviously. But like the Illumineers Trove, which MSRP $50, I see like on eBay for like 120 right now.
Oh,
Like,
that's crazy.
yeah, I think one of the local game stores around here said they were selling them at 100. So that's like double markup.
That's crazy. I am both frustrated with that and can I say vaguely, like I kind of understand a little bit. Like I'm sympathetic that they're trying to like make up what they lost from not getting what they, ordered or whatever they had planned. So I do feel bad for that. But it's funny because I read one account, a guy was saying that his store was doing this crazy markup and asked, like why is this so high? And they said that they have the price up so high to avoid scalpers.
Yeah.
But it's like, so you're just gonna scalp for them, cut out the middleman.
Yeah.
But I thought that was an interesting excuse.
Yeah, it's like I honestly have nothing but sympathy for like the store. I don't want to say nothing but sympathy, but like I really do get it. Like you got a very limited amount of product, and yeah, you would love to get it in the hands of players. How do you know who's a player and who's not? Like, I mean, the store we went to only sold it to people to play in that event. I think there's a good chance over half the people in that room will never play Lorcana again.
Yeah, that's very possible. Well, because I only got my two boosties. That's why I'm extra frustrated that I didn't get to stay and play another round, get another booster, and then also buy merch. I'm just a little sad about it because I would use it. I was gonna use it.
I know. Our local game store, the only thing they weren't selling was booster boxes.
Oh yeah.
Usually you can buy a whole box of product, but they were saving that for organized play because they're going to have the league on Tuesdays.
Oh, and just I heard it was a $6 drop in. You get a boosty.
Yeah, you like basically pay to buy one pack at MSRP and then you get to stay and play for an event and get entered for fabulous prizes. But you didn't get any product. Let's say we're in a situation where you would you consider buying product at over MSRP?
At a game store, maybe. Online, probably not. I honestly, it 100% like matters how much. Like you use the Illumineers Trove as a example. Like I'd pay 70 for that. I probably wouldn't pay more than that though.
Mm-hmm. That's about a 40% markup. Which is actually 40% is a benchmark. I've heard people say it before, so it's interesting. That's the one that you picked.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't pay more than that though.
Yeah.
Especially because like in a few weeks there will be more product. Yes,
Yeah.
theoretically.
Retail stores will get it. That's what it's like. I thought I was gonna go last night and get a starter deck and 3 booster packs, and that's it. And I was like actually really excited about that because it's like in this game of like adulthood where you have money and also you have the internet to know what's the best deck, people tend to min max very quickly, where it's like they look up a really good deck someone's already created, and then they buy each card and then they just have a perfect deck. where it's like this is like a return to like playground rules where it's like, oh, your parents only let you have a starter deck and 3 booster packs, and maybe you can trade a couple cards with your friends, but like this is what you have to play with now.
I love that. Very true.
I like that. Like I would have been fine if I didn't get any more product.
That's cool. I wasn't. So what the hell? And then like, so Katie stayed for the event, got swag. This morning I wake up to a Snapchat of her with like all like just a picture of like the piles of stuff her and her husband acquired. And I'm like, great, I love this. Thanks.
Yeah.
Can we talk about league play?
We can. Yes.
So, very fascinating about the league play point system. But the overarching theme of the league play is not at all competitive. Like, not. You get swag whether you win or lose, which is, you know, I love a participation trophy. I know I'm such a millennial. I love them. I don't care. Like, I'm here to have fun. If you want to reward me for that, that's great. So, but even you get, it's a point system. And he was telling us that, you know, you get a point if you wear like Disney merchandise or whatever. And it was funny because one of the attendees had a Disney tattoo. And he's like, that guy, permanent 1 point every time he comes.
Oh, yeah. Finally, the motivation I need to get a tattoo.
There you go. But also you get points for teaching people how to play and things like that, which I think is really neat.
Yeah, like overwhelmingly the focus is like building community and having fun. Like there's like get a point if you have like a deck that only uses cards from 2 movies. Like that's so fun.
It is fun. It's really cool. I don't have them with me, the list of all the things, but very cool. And I'm very happy about that. But I don't, is this like point system a thing in other leagues?
I don't know other leagues that well. We're probably going to talk more about league in the next week's episode because I am going to go to a league on Tuesday. But yeah, for Flesh and Blood, it's like very, the winner gets this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I like it. I'm not competitive. I like community. I like hanging out with people. So I'm here for it.
That's the best part of trading card games is like having a community.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? We have to talk about your suggestion that we feature a creator every week. Did you forget you suggested this?
No, I make a lot of suggestions. That was probably my best one, though.
It was a good one. Did you pick a creator for this week?
No, did you?
I knew you wouldn't do your homework.
Did you tell me to? I was like, we should pick a creator every week.
And then you're like, I told Katie, I did my part.
No, you just said, yeah, that'd be cool. Not like, yeah, pick one.
Yeah, I figured we would just pick Stephanie because she's in your DMs.
Stephanie. Stephanie's in our DMs.
Yeah.
Are we going to talk about Stephanie or no?
Yeah, we're going to talk about her. So our featured creator is the Lorcana Illumineers. That's a YouTube channel run by Stephanie. She covers news, gameplay, card unboxing, reviews, interviews. Like she has everything you ever want. Crazy if you're not already following her because she is a very big content creator. But we love her because like one of her big goals with making the channel is to make the TCG place like more inclusive because she had some, you know, maybe not ideal situations in the past. So we want everyone to feel included in the TCG community. That's what we want too. And then the second we, you know, joined Instagram, she was in our DMs welcoming us to the community. So
yeah, she was super nice and I like her a lot. So definitely check out Stephanie, Lorcana Illumineers. She's on your social medias and of course on YouTube.
Mm-hmm. She's probably commented on your stuff before. Stephanie is active in the community for sure.
Love it.
Yeah, I think we covered most of what I had said we needed to cover. I'm so happy for you to come play. It was really so great having you there last night. Like, I've been part of like TCGs for like almost a year. And I had taken a break from Flesh and Blood. So it felt so good to be gaming last night. And then to have you there and to have a bunch of my Flesh and Blood friends there, like it was the best thing ever.
It was really cool, and I really liked your friends. They were all very nice. Did they say anything about me?
I think more it was like, did your sister have fun? Like they wanted to know if you had fun because they were hoping you would come back. So
So they loved
they
me.
loved you.
Nice. I do like to be liked. Did all your friends, were they all like, yeah, this is so much better than Flesh and Blood?
That is such a good question. No.
Dang.
um, like Jen and Stephanie, I think liked it, and I think they'll keep playing it. Jen's a big Disney fan. Um,
She was wearing the cutest sweatshirt. She had that little Ratatouille sweatshirt on. It was so cute.
I know. But yeah, I think that they'll probably keep playing. But like a lot of the other Flesh and Blood guys were like, "This isn't for me. Too basic, not for me."
Boo.
The thing is, Flesh and Blood is such a complicated game.
I know. I just liked seeing people and that I could potentially see again.
Actually, like Schaefer pointed out that a lot of the people that were there tonight, he sees at every release event. Like there are just people who every time a new TCG comes out, they go and try it out.
Interesting. So, did his wife like it?
Um, she really hates the shuffling.
She kept talking about that. She has tiny hands.
Yeah. And impeccable nails. But like, yeah, a lot of people I just like don't think they'll be back. And that's fine. Like not every game is for every person. What I like about this game is I think it's very easy to learn and it's more accessible and because of that probably targets a different audience.
Yeah, for sure. Now, I like how accessible it is because I need it to be. I don't have the patience for Flesh and Blood.
There are like crazy decks you can do, like really cool things though, like I've seen online. Like there's like an Ariel that when you play an item, you ready her. And then there's an item that's like you can give a character more lore for a turn. So it's like you'll get two of those out, you'll pump Ariel to 3 lore, you'll quest, item, ready, quest, item. And it's like you pop off with like 12 lore in a turn. Like there are all these like interesting combos and things. Which I'm saying, like, if you went to a starter deck event and you're like, this was like a little boring or mild for me, like, there's spicy stuff out there.
Very spicy. I enjoy it. I'm excited. So, it's good stuff. I think the event was great. My Lorcana journey off to a great start. Very excited to continue it.
Love to hear that. That makes me so happy to hear. Okay, everybody, thank you for listening. And until next time, remember to live, laugh, and lore.